Hello. Good evening, students. Today we are going to see syllogism. You might be thinking why we had to take a detour to a reasoning topic. It is because I have observed that CSAT contains some difficult portions and some easy ones. Let's call them low hanging fruits. And mostly the easy ones are in reasoning. And I have noticed that most students are taking the same amount of time that they in reasoning problems that they take in quant. Let me give you, good afternoon everyone, let me give you one heuristic to solve any reasoning problem. It is, you should never solve a reasoning question in more than 30 to 45 seconds. And we will see, it is not that you need a superhuman intelligence to do this. Each and every question you take from past 15 years from CSAT itself, when CSAT came into existence, no reasoning question, if you apply your brain correctly, no reasoning question can be solved. If you apply it the correct method, every reasoning question will be solved in 30 to 45 seconds. But what do you need for that is the right way of thinking through reasoning. So today we are going to see such a way to solve syllogism problems. Mostly, if you see in every year CSAT, either you get a question from syllogisms, guaranteed a question from syllogisms, or from inequalities. So, since this is a guaranteed topic, I thought let us take up syllogism and see a better way to solve, a better way than that is prevalent in the market to solve syllogism problems. So, but having said reasoning, I am not going to start from reasoning. Why? Because many people think reasoning is about logic. I disagree. Reasoning is all about your grip on quant and comprehension. I don't see reasoning as a separate a field of study. There are only two topics that you need to study for the CSAT. One is quant, one is reasoning. The common portion between these is reasoning. And today you will see, once we see how syllogism works, you will for yourself understand that it is nothing much than comprehending. So let us start with basic. Suppose I say, I love you, or someone says I love you. You might have heard English grammar in your school days. I want you to recollect that. So what is this statement telling? It is saying how someone is feeling, or it is showing you my feelings. So in every statement, in every syllogism question, there will always be statement. All statements will follow the same grammatical rule, which is it will always have a subject. So first we need to identify what is subject. So any statement, who is the center of detail, that is nothing but subject. For example, I am talking about whom in the statement of I love you. I am talking about whom? I am talking about my feelings, or let us say, let this be X. Whoever is there in this place, I am talking about that. For example, Rama or Rama plays football. Rama plays football. Who am I speaking about? I am speaking about the skill possessed by Rama in the same way. Okay. Subject is the thing which you talk about. This is verb. Verb is any action being done. Okay. We need not concentrate on verb, especially in syllogisms. Next important thing is object. Object is receiver of attention. I said subject is your center of attention. Object is the receiver of attention or action. Okay. For example, okay, when I say Rama plays football, what is Rama playing? What is Rama playing? Football. So football becomes object. Okay. Next, X loves you. So who is receiving that love? It is you or some Y. So object is, okay, object is always the receiver. So what do we get from this? Subject is the center of detail or action, okay, or the action doer. Next, object is the receiver of action, or the person who takes action, the person who takes the action. Okay, the person who takes the action. Now, I hope you are clear about subject and object. Okay. So video clear. Video not clear. वो के कॉल में था. Okay. So every statement in syllogism has a subject, okay, a verb, and an object. Okay. Now, I hope the first part is clear. Okay. Now, let us see let us introduce one more category, which is particular or universal. Okay. Particular or universal. So what do I mean by universal? If the subject refers to whole of the group, if the subject refers to whole or everybody in the group, if the subject refers to everybody in the group, then okay, we call that universal. Then this is universal. Okay. Instead of that, if it refers to some part, it refers to some part of the group, then it is particular. For example, when I say okay, all dogs are cats. When I say all dogs are cats, what am I referring to? Focus on the subject here. When I say all dogs are cats, what am I referring to? I am referring to the whole subset of dogs. So this is an example of universal statement. Next, again, when I say okay, no dog is a cat, what am I referring to? I am also referring to the whole set of dogs. I am telling none of the dog. That means I am excluding the whole group. Okay, I am excluding the whole group. None of the dog is a cat. None of the dog is a cat. So, since both of these refer to universal, that means they are referring to the whole group. These are called universal. Okay. Next, what are the examples of particular? Okay. The examples of particular are some. When I say anything some, okay, some balls are bats or some balls are cats. Am I referring to the whole group of bats or some of the bats? Okay, I am referring to some of the bats. That's why this comes under particular. In the same way, some not. In the same way, some not. Okay, clear until now? If it is universal, I am referring to the whole group. If it is particular, I am referring to a part of the group. A part of the group. So, next. I am just summarizing what we have started till now. First, we have started with subject and object. Next, we have seen universal and particular. Universal and particular. Third, okay, we are going to see positive or negative. The third criteria is positive or negative. Okay. For example, positive is, I think this is intuitive. If there is no present in the statement, if there is no or the absence of no in the statement makes it positive. Okay. If there is presence of no or any negated term, it will become negative. For example, all bats are cats, or some bats are cats. No negative here, that's why both are positive statements. Both are positive statements. Next, some cities are not clean. Some cities are not clean. There is a presence of a negative statement. That's why this is a negative statement. I hope this is clear. Okay. So, the next criteria is positive or negative. Okay. Positive or negative. So, only 3. I hope there are no doubts till now. Once you learn this, your syllogism is done. Okay. Subject and object. Subject is doer of the action. Object is receiver of the action. Next, universal. If you are referring to the whole group, if the whole group is included in your information, that comes under universal. Universal are all and none. All and none. Particular. If you are referring to some part of the group, some or some not. Okay. Or one more heuristic is, if some is included, it is always particular. Okay. Next, positive and negative is intuitive. If there is no negation term, okay, not, negative, so on and so forth, it is positive. Okay. Otherwise, it is negative. Okay. Now, I am going to give you a simple rule, okay, which is, suppose I have 100 rupees. Suppose I have 100 rupees. Can I give 100 rupees to someone? Yes. Can I give 50 rupees to someone? Yes. Okay. But if I have 50 rupees, can I give 50 rupees to someone? Yes. But can I give 100 rupees to someone? No, because I only have 50. I only have 50. I hope this point is clear. So, next one is the logic of 100 or 50. The logic of 100 or 50. Okay. So, These are the bricks through which we lay our foundation for syllogism. If you have any doubts in all these four, any of these four, kindly stop me here. Okay. First is subject object, universal or particular, positive negative, and fourth one is 100 or 50. Comments. Any doubts in this? Okay. Yes. Now. Okay. So now every syllogism problem has two parts. One, the statements. One is the statements, and two, it is the conclusions, and two is the conclusions. Okay. So based on the statements, you need to say, okay, you need to say whether conclusion stands or not. So always conclusions are of three kinds. One is true. What do I mean by true? True is, okay, true is right, okay, or it is valid. True is valid in any situation possible. True is valid in any situation possible. Next, another condition is false. False is invalid. False is invalid in any condition. False is invalid in any situation. Okay. False is invalid in any situation possible. Okay. Next, the third type of conclusion is possibility. Possibility is, in some situations it is true, in some situations it is true, in other situations it is false. In other situations it is false. In other situations it is false. Okay. So conclusions are of three kinds: true, false, and a possibility. True is valid in all the possible situations. False is invalid in all the possible situations, and possibility is true or false. Okay. Now, all of my reasoning is based on this simple principle, which is you should be able to objectively, okay, you should be able to objectively deal with reasoning problems. What do I mean by that? I look for every reasoning problem to reduce it to a formula. Okay. I do this in every reasoning class. Okay. Instead of basing yourself on subjective logic, okay, my aim is to reduce every such logic to a simple quant based formula, so that, okay, there are no two ways to doing it. Objective is there is either one way, one right way or wrong way. Okay. So the same principle I apply it to syllogism. Okay. First, I want you to convert whatever the statements they give you. Okay. The first application is conversion of statements to some code. Okay. What is that code? That code is either 50 or 100 code. 50 or 100 code. Okay. And how do I convert? To convert something to something else, okay, there should be a process, right? Okay. It is based upon two rules. What is the first rule? If the subject is universal, then it will be assigned a value of 100. If the subject is universal, it will be assigned a value of 100. If the subject is particular, it will be assigned a value of 50. Simple enough, right? If the subject is universal, that means if it includes the whole group, it will be given a value of 100. If the subject is particular, it will be given a value of 50. Okay. Next, Rule number 2. If the statement is negative, if the statement is negative, your object will be given a value of 100. If the statement is negative, the object will be given a value of 100. If it is positive, the object will be given a value of 50. Okay. Two simple rules, right? For conversion, whole of syllogism is based on this. Okay. If your subject is universal, 100. If the subject is particular, I will assign the value of subject as 100 or 50. Okay. Next, if the statement is negative or positive, if the statement is negative, I will assign object as 100. If the statement is positive, I will assign the object as 50. Clear? Simple enough. Now let us apply this. Okay. I want each and every one of you to try. I am going to write a statement. Just convert those into the corresponding code. Okay. So all. Okay. I am just going to write letters. Okay. All bats. Okay. All bats are cats. Next. Some dogs are not mats. Okay. Some dogs are not mats. Okay. No animal is elephant. Okay. Some humans are good. Next, none of the bats are balls. Next, 50% of people are healthy. Okay. So assign codes to all the 5. Assign codes to all the 6. All the 6. Assign codes to all the 6. Okay. So have you finished? Okay. Now you see, all is a universal. Okay. If there is universal, the subject value is 100. Okay. So all. Let me pick another color. Okay. So all, since it is universal, 100. Okay. Or see, this is a positive statement. That's why the object is 50. In the same way, some is particular. That's why subject is 50. Or not. This is a negative statement. That's why the object is 100. Okay. No, negative statement. Object 100. And no is also universal. That's why subject is 50. Next, some. Subject is particular. That's why 50. Or good. This is a positive statement. No negative. That's why this is also 50. Next, none. A negative statement. That's why the object are 100. Okay. And none is what? It is universal. That's why this is 100. Next, 50%. You need not confuse that they have given some objective measure or some number. What is this referring to? This is referring to some part of a total group of people. So, subject is 50, are healthy. So, this is a positive statement. So, it is 50. Okay. Any doubts? Simple enough, right? Okay. Just based on these rules. Subject is universal 100. Subject is universal 100. Subject is particular 50. In the same way, if the statement is positive, object is 50. If the statement is negative, object is 100. Okay. Object is 100. Okay. So, we have learned coding the statements. Okay. So, the first step in syllogism problem is coding both statements and conclusions. Okay. Apply the same rules whenever you see a syllogism problem. Okay. As you keep on doing this, it will become a second nature to you. Okay. Convert every problem to every statement they have given to our logical code, which is universal 100, particular 50, positive 50 for the object. If it is a negative statement, 100 for the object. Okay. Simple enough. Now, the second step is verifiability. Okay. The second step is verifiability. So, for verifiability, there are rules. One. Okay. If the statement is positive, you can only make a positive conclusion. If the statement is positive, you can make only a positive conclusion. For example, think of this logically. Okay. All grapes, okay, all grapes are sour. Okay. All grapes are sour. Can I get any negative statement from this? Can I get any negative statements from this using grapes and sour? Think of it. When I say every grape is sour, there is no chance of a probability being existing there. It says all the grapes are sour. Okay, so there is no a window for tolerance. Okay, so always a positive statement can only give a positive conclusion. In the same way, a negative statement will always give a negative conclusion. Okay, a positive statement will give you a positive conclusion and a negative statement will give a negative conclusion. Simple enough. So, if this is one statement, what if there are two statements? What if there are two statements? Okay. If both the statements are positive, the conclusion is positive. Simple enough. Okay. If one statement is positive, another is negative. If one statement is positive, another is negative. Okay. So, the conclusion is negative. Okay. Plus and minus. Okay. If both the statements are negative, no relationship can be drawn. If both the statements are negative, okay, no relationship can be drawn. Okay. Next. Okay. I hope this is clear. Okay. Positive, only positive conclusion. Negative statement, only negative conclusion. If there are two statements, positive and positive will give you a positive. Okay, think this as just as an multiplication. Positive, 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 negative, negative. Okay, negative, negative. You cannot say any relation there. Okay. Next. The second rule is rule of connection. Second rule is rule of Second rule is rule of connection. Okay, what does the rule of connection say? Okay. The rule of connection says that a connection can be established, a connection between two statements can be established, okay, if and only if the common element attains a value of 100 at least once. Okay, the rule of connection states that, okay, for a connection to exist between two statements, it is only possible if the common element has achieved a value of 100 at least once. Okay, I hope this is clear. A connection between two statements is only possible if it achieves a value of 100. Okay, so any doubts till now? So this is the basic framework through which we will, okay, verifiability. Okay, first subject object, universal particular, positive negative, next logic of 100 or 50, and next verifiability. Okay, I hope there are no doubts till now. Okay, if you have any doubts, kindly stop me now. I will explain that part again. Okay, if you are done till now, okay, syllogism is done. It is this simple. Okay, now we will practice that using some examples. Comments. We will solve it using some examples. Okay. Okay. So let us start at the basic. I will start with one statement, then progressively we will go for 2 statements, 3 statements, so on and so forth. Okay. Some dogs, okay, some dogs are cats. Okay, this is the statement. Tell me which conclusions are true. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Some cats are not dogs. Okay, so from now on I am going to take D for dogs, C for cats. Okay, no C, no cat is a dog. All cats are dogs. All cats are dogs. Okay. Some cats. Okay. Some cats are dogs. Some cats are dogs. Next. Some dogs are not cats. Some dogs are not cats. Okay. 6. No dog is a cat. No dog is cat. Okay. No dog is a cat. Okay. Tell me which of the statements are true, which of the statements are false. 30 seconds. Go. Apply the rules we have learned till now. Okay. sum. Okay, sum. So sum is particular. So this is 50. Let me write it another color. Okay, sum is 50, and this is a positive statement. So cats are also 50. Okay. Now, what is this? This is a positive statement, right? So from a positive statement, you can only draw a positive conclusion. So first, all those negative statements will be gone. Even without referring to the values, we can cancel out all the negative statements. This is a negative statement, gone. This is a negative statement, gone. Next, this is a negative statement, gone. And this is a negative statement, gone. Okay. So a positive statement will only give a positive conclusion, only result in a positive conclusion. Now, once this is done, now go for the values. Okay, all is what? All is universal. So C value will be 100, and D, since this is a positive statement, D value is 50. Next, sum. Since this is particular, C value is 50 and D value is, since this is a positive statement, D value is 50. Okay. Now see, the statement has dogs. Dogs has 50. Okay. Dogs has 50. Here dogs value is 50. Here also dogs value is 50. So 50 can become a 50 here. Or 50 can become a 50 here. So this is true with respect to D. But see the value of cats. Cats have a value of 50. But in this statement, C has a value of 100. Can 50 become a 100? Can 50 become a 100? No. So this statement is also false. So your 50 can become a 50. Your 50 can become a 50. So okay, only conclusion 4 is true. Only conclusion 4 is true. Okay. Only conclusion 4 is true. I hope this is clear. So next, now let us do two statements. Okay, I know this might seem new, but I want you to try. Okay, I want you to try. Okay, all elephants, okay, all elephants are black. All elephants are black. Okay, all elephants are black. Some elephants are mammals. Some elephants are mammals. Some elephants are mammals. Okay, so these two are, now we have graduated to two statements. Now tell me which conclusions follow. Which conclusions follow? Okay, so E for elephants, B for black, M for mammals. Okay, so some M or B, no E or B. Okay, some B or not E. Okay, some B or not E. Some M or E. Some M or E. Some M or not B. Some M or E. Some B or M. All B or M. Okay, all B are M. Okay. Take a minute. Okay. Tell me which of the conclusions follow. This is 1, 2 or valid, 3, okay, 4, 5, 6, 7 and this is 8. Okay. Try for yourself. Your retention of concepts becomes better only if you make a mistake, then correct it. Okay. So mistakes are good. So try it. We'll see the answer in a minute. Narayan, Dipanshu, comment section. Good, Ritik. Two, 3 and 5 are incorrect. Okay. Let us see. Okay. I want you to use, okay, from the 5 or 6 basic concepts we have seen. Okay. All syllogism is just those 6 concepts. Okay. So let us start with an easy ones. You see, for example, take third. What are related? What are the subject and object? Our first was regarding subject and object. You see, we need a relationship between B and E. B and E. We need a relationship between B and E. So see the statement in which B and E are related. B and E are related in statement 1. So I will derive the conclusion from statement 1. Okay. You will always see the conclusion and go towards the statements. My conclusion has B and E related. So, okay. So I will draw this conclusion from statement 1, since statement 1 has B and E in a relationship. Okay. So now, what is this one? 1 is a positive statement. And what is 3? 3 is a negative statement, since not is there. So this is not true. Okay. So this is not true. Okay. Next, M and B. Next, even this. Okay. Statement 2 is also a relationship between E and B. E and B are related from statement 1. E and B are related in statement 1. So this is, I will draw this conclusion from statement 1. And again, this is a positive statement. You cannot draw a negative conclusion from this. Okay. So E2 is also wrong. Okay. Next. Okay. Now let us tackle this. I need a relationship between M and B. M is there in the second statement. M is there in the second statement. B is there in the first statement. M is there in the second statement and B is there in the first statement. So I need to form a connection between first and second. Now use the rule of connectivity. What does the rule of connectivity say? For the connection to exist between two statements, the common element. You see, what is the common element? Elephant is common in both statement 1 and statement 2. Statement 1 and statement 2. Okay. So, the common element should at least achieve a value of 100. Should at least achieve a value of 100 at least once. You see, now code all the statements, all universal. So, value is 100, or black. So, the value is 50. Okay. Next, sum. Sum is particular. So, the value is 50 here. Next, some are mammals. This is a positive statement. So, the value of M is 50. Okay. Now, we need to connect between M and B. M and B. You see, what is the common element? What is the common element? Elephant. And elephant has achieved a value of 100 once. Okay. So, even once. Okay, even once if it exists, if it achieves a value of 100, then the connection can be made. So, there can be a connection between black and mammals, B and M. Okay. Now, what type of connection? This is a positive statement and 2 is also a positive statement. So, only a positive conclusion can be drawn. So, only a positive conclusion can be drawn. So, is this a positive conclusion? Some M or B. Yes, this is a positive conclusion. Okay. Now, check for the values now. Check for the values now. Okay. Some M or B. So, this is a particular statement. So, M is 50. So, M is 50. B, since this is a positive statement, B is also 50. See, M has a value of 50. 50 can become 50. Next, B has a value of 50. 50 can become 50. So, statement 1 is valid. Okay. Statement 1 is true. Next, apply the same thing here. Next, let's go for statement 4. I need a relationship between M and E. I need a relationship between M and E. So, where are M and E present? M and E are present in statement 2. M and E are present in statement 2. Okay. So, I will derive this conclusion. So, first one from 1 and 2, and the fourth one is from the second. Okay. So, some M. So, this is a positive statement, right? Second statement is a positive statement. So, the conclusions are also positive. The conclusions are also positive. Okay. Now, quote this again. Some means M value is 50. Some is particular. So, M is 50, or this is a positive statement. So, object takes a value of 50. Same. Your M can take a value of 50. Yes. 50 can become 50. Next, E, which is 50, can become a 52. Okay. So, statement 4 is also valid. Statement 4 is also valid. Now, come to statement 5. Some M or not B. Some M or not B. So, we are seeing a relationship between M and B. M and B. So, they are there in statements 1 and 2. So, 5, I will derive the conclusion from a combination of statement 1 and 2. Can I form a connection? Yes. Why? Because the common element E has a value of 100 at least once. It has achieved 100. Yes. Okay. So, positive and positive will give a positive conclusion. But what is the option that is given here? Conclusion 5 is a negative conclusion. Why? Not is involved. So, although the connection exists, but since this is being a negative statement, since this being a negative statement, it cannot be. Next, some M or E. So, I am connecting M and E. M and E are from, they are related in the second statement. They are related in second statement. Okay. So, now quote this, code 6. This is 50 and this is 50. Okay. So, 50 can become 50, 50 can become 50. So, this is also true. Next, B and M. Okay. B and M. Same, B and M are related. So, this is 15. Again, you need not go through this again and again. So, the value is 50 here, 50 here. So, 50 can become 50, 50 can become 50. So, 7 is also true. Okay. Now next, all B. So this is an universal, that means the subject takes a value of 100. Since this is a positive statement, okay, M takes a value of 50. M, which is an object, takes the value of 50. Now you see the relationship between B and M can be established with a common element, which is E. It has achieved 100 once. Okay. Now M, which has a value of 50 in the statement, can become 50. Okay. Next, but B's value is 50. B's value in the statement is 50. It cannot become 100. So, okay. So, conclusion 8 does not stand. So, conclusion 8 does not stand. So, what are true? 1, 4 and 6. 6 and 7. Okay. So, statements 1, 4, 6 and 7. 1, 4, 6 and 7 are valid. Okay. 1, 4, 6 and 7 are valid. Okay. Any doubts in this? And comment section. Okay. 1, 4, 6 and 7 are valid. Okay. I hope you understand why some of you are telling that 8 is valid. Okay. No, 8 is not valid. Okay. Keep the code for the statement and see the value. Your 50, the value assigned for black is 50 or B is 50. It cannot become a value of 100. Okay. See the option. Option is given. Okay. Option is coded for 100. B's value is 100. Why? All is universal. Universal value is 100. So your 50 cannot become 100. So it is not a valid statement. Okay. So it is 1, 4, 6 and 7. Okay. 1, 4, 6 and 7. Okay. See, this is all it is needed to solve syllogisms. Okay. To the level CSAT asks. Okay. There are much more complications. For example, you can introduce complications by using new statements or new keywords. You see, we have used only 4 keywords: some not, all, none. Okay. So there are certain variations from these keywords, okay, which can complicate it. Okay. Next is introducing possibilities. Next is introducing possibility. Okay. But CSAT or UPSC has never asked these till now. Okay. So since with this framework, you see how easily you can solve CSAT questions. Okay. And none will take more than 35 to 40 seconds. Okay. So okay, let's start. I'm going to give you a timer for 45 seconds. Okay. At max 1 minute. Since we are starting at the first, at max 1 minute, I want you to solve. Okay. Start with okay. This is 2024 question. This is 2024. Okay. See for yourself how easily can syllogism be. Okay. 1 second. Sorry, 1 minute. Hardly 1 minute. Hardly. So this is 2022. Achha. Comment your answer. What do you think is correct? Okay, I hope every one of you have solved. Okay, so let's start solving this. You see, two statements and we have conclusions. Chairs and books. Okay, chair is here, book is here, chair is here, pen is here. Okay, so first eliminate all the single statement one. Okay, we need a relationship between chair and pen. So chair and pen are in statement number 2. What is this? This is a negative statement. But what is the conclusion 2? Conclusion is a positive statement. So this is wrong. Next. Okay, so all are okay. So conclusion 2 is already gone. So eliminate those which have conclusion 2. Okay, so B gone. Now next one is between C and B. Between C and B. Okay, between C and B. So code all. Okay, 100, book 50. No. Okay, no is 100. Since this is a negative statement, 100. Can you make a relationship between this? Yes. The common element has a value of 100 at least once. Here it is achieved twice. So this is a positive statement and this is a negative statement. You can only draw negative conclusions from this. You can only draw negative conclusions from this. Okay, so books and chairs. Okay, so pen is gone. Now all the relationship. Okay, we can only draw negative conclusion between book and chair. You see, conclusion 3. This is a positive conclusion, so it cannot be drawn. Okay. Next, conclusion 1. All chairs are books. This is also a positive conclusion. So this also can't be drawn. You see, once you eliminate one end, okay, so 1 is already gone, 3 is also already gone. Okay, so the only option that remains is none of the conclusion follows. You see how easy that is. Okay, is this clear? Any doubts? Let's go for the next one. Okay, same statement. Take a minute again. Okay, 30 seconds more. I think since this is the first time that you are taking this much, once that 50, 100 allocation becomes easier, just practice for 4 or 5 times. The question, any CSAT question can be solved within a minute. Okay, so now let's start doing this. Okay, same basic rules. Okay, from positive conclusion, from negative conclusion, from negative statement only negative conclusion, from positive only positive results, from positive negative only negative. Okay, so next, so there are 3 conclusions given. Okay, first one is between scientists and doctors. Okay, scientists are here, doctors are here. Okay, so the common relation is, okay, between teachers and then engineers. Okay, so we'll solve this at the second stage, but okay, let's go for some easier conclusions. Okay, all engineers are doctors, so relation is between engineers and doctors. Okay, so engineers are here, doctors are here. What is the common element? Scientists. So okay, so code all this. Sorry. Okay, so these are conclusions. Let me, okay, so engineers and doctors. So engineers are here, okay, engineers are here, doctors are here. Next, third one is also between engineers and doctors. Okay, now, so the common element, okay, doctors is teachers, for engineers it is scientists, or for engineers it is teachers. Okay, so we need to draw a relationship between engineers and doctors. Okay, you see, so engineers are here, doctors are here. Engineers are also here, but they are through scientists. The common element is scientists. Instead of that, the teacher is a common element, right? So for conclusion 2, I will draw from statement 1 plus statement 2. Statement 1 plus statement 2. Okay. Now name this. Okay. Some doctors, which is 50. So teachers, since this is a positive statement, this is also 50. Okay. Next, all teachers 100, positive statement 50. Next, all engineers, positive statement 100, scientists, positive statement 50. Okay, so now engineers, we need a relationship between engineers and doctors. Engineers are here, doctors are here. So this conclusion is from statement 1 and 2. Okay, what is the common element? Common element is teachers. Okay, so can you make a relationship? Yes, because teachers has achieved a value of 100 at least once. Okay. So this will be this. So now code for conclusion to all engineers, value of 100, doctors, since this is a positive statement, this is 50. Okay. Your 50, doctor value of 50 can become 50 here, but your engineer value is 50. Can it become 100? Can 50 become 100? No. So conclusion 2 does not stand. Next, some engineers are doctors. So this is 50 and this is also 50. Okay. Some engineers are doctors. So doctors 50 can become 50. Yes. 50 can become 50. So from 1 and 2, which are positive, you can draw a positive conclusion. Okay. So conclusion 3 stands. Let us see if this is sufficient for us to answer. Only. Okay. So he has included both conclusion 1, 2. Okay. So only conclusion 1 is not an answer. Why? Because conclusion 3 was correct. Okay. So only conclusion 2 is wrong. Or you can even do this even without solving. You know that conclusion 2 is wrong, right? So eliminate all that. So the option is C. Okay. The option is C. Now let us see how to do. Okay. Even if they give you 3 statements. Okay. We have seen a single statement. We have seen 2 statements. Now let us see 3 statements. Okay. Same value, same modus operandi. Okay. So conclusion 1 is between scientists and doctors. Conclusion 1 is between scientists and doctors. Okay. So scientists are here, doctors are here. Scientists are here, doctors are here. So the common element, okay, for scientists it is engineers, for doctors it is teachers, and engineers and teachers are linked through this. Okay. So use the same rules. Okay. So this is 50, this is 50, this is 100, this is 50, this is 100, this is 50. Okay. I hope you are able to get why are we labeling like this. Okay. If it is a positive statement, object is okay. If it is an positive statement, object becomes 50, and if it is an universal, subject becomes 100. Okay. Now you see, can you make a link between 1 and 2? Can you make a link between 1 and 2? Okay. So 50, 50, 100, 50, 100, 50. Okay. Now regarding links. Okay. Can you connect 1 and 2? Yes. Why? Because the common element of teachers, okay, 1 can be connected with 2. Okay. Why? The common element of teachers has a value of 100. Next, can 2 be connected with 3? 2 and 3 have a common element of engineers. So engineers has at least has achieved a value of 100. So 2 can also be connected with 3. This is a positive. This is a positive. This is a positive. This is a positive. Okay. So your 1 and 3, your 1 and 3 are being connected through 2. Okay. Your 1 and 3 are being connected through 2. Okay. So this is positive, positive. Conclusion is positive, and again positive and positive will give you positive. Will give you positive. So all the conclusions that can be drawn from 1 and 3 should be positive, the nature should be positive and the value should also be agreed upon. Okay, so any conclusion is of just two cases. You check their value and you check their type. Okay, you check their value and you check their type. Now some scientists are doctors, so it is 50 and 50. Conclusion 1, 50 and 50. Okay, so what is the relation? From 1 and 3, from 1 and 3 it has to be a positive relation. From 1 and 3 it has to be a positive relation. Okay, so doctor is 50, scientist is 50. You see, 50 can become 50, yes. 50 can become a 50, yes. So it is conclusion 1 and conclusion 3 are valid. Okay, conclusion 1 and conclusion 3 are valid. Okay, conclusion 2 is invalid. Why? Because all engineers is, all is universal. You see, engineers and doctors, okay, engineers and doctors are from statement 1 and statement 2. Okay, we have already explained this. So the value is 50, the value is 50, doctor's value is 50, engineer's value is 50, but the engineer value of 50 cannot become 100. Okay, that's why this is invalid. Okay, so the valid statements are 1 and 3. Valid statements are 1 and 3. Okay, so I hope this is easy. Okay, so next one. This was the first time they have gone for, okay, 3 statement conclusion from 3 statements. Okay, now solve this. One more minute. Okay, okay, so these are the statements. Okay, conclusions are from here. Conclusion 1, this is conclusion 1, this is conclusion 2. Okay, so relation is between radio and watches. Radio and watches. I have a radio here. Okay, and I have watch here. I have a radio here and I have a watch here. So radio have a common element of mobile and watches has a common element of computer. Okay, so I need to link these with statement 2. I need to link these with statement 2. Okay, so let's just do that. Okay, now assign the values. Sum 50, positive statements 50, all 100, positive statement 50. Some particular statement 50, positive statement, this is also 50. Okay, so we need to link what? Radios and watches. So the common element is between 1 and 2. Okay, the common element is mobile. It has achieved a value of 100 at least once. It has achieved a value of 100 at least once. Now, can you make the relationship between 1 and 2? Can you make the relationship between 2 and 3? You see, the common element did not achieve a value of 100 at least once. The common element, which is computer, did not achieve a value of 100 at least once. So, okay, no relationship exists. When no relationship exists, okay, can you draw this conclusion? No. Okay, so statement 1 is not valid. Next, mobiles and watches. Mobiles and watches. So, okay, for conclusion 2, mobiles are here, watches are here. Mobiles are here, watches are here. Okay, so the common element is computers. Okay, the common element is computers. So start doing that again. Okay, so 100, 50, 50, and then it is 50. The common element is computers. Can you draw a relationship? It has not achieved a value of 100. Okay, it has not achieved a value of 100. So no conclusion can be drawn. Okay, so neither conclusion 1 nor conclusion 2. Okay, neither conclusion 1 nor conclusion 2. So neither conclusion 1 nor conclusion 2. So the answer for this is option D. Any doubts regarding this? Okay. What is the doubt? Tell me, Ritik. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So these are statements, these are conclusions. what is there in the common statement? Okay, just pay attention. Okay, so we have named all these, right? Okay, you need to make a relation between engineers and doctors. Sorry, this is okay, let us take this. Okay, so take conclusion 2. You need to make a relationship between mobiles and watches. Mobiles and watches. Where is mobiles? Mobiles is here. Watches is here. That means you need to form a relationship between 2 and 3. Okay. Now place the values. All 100. This is a positive statement. That's why this is 50. Okay. Some 50. Okay. Why? Particular. This is a positive statement. That's why it is 50. Okay. To link these two, what is the rule of conclusion? Okay, to draw a conclusion between two statements, what is the common element? The common element should achieve a value of 100. Where has it achieved a value of 100? It is 50 here, it is 50 here. It should at least once achieve a value of 100. So, since this has not achieved a value of 100, the common element, no conclusion can be drawn. Okay. It is that simple. If you don't see 100 for the common element, then no conclusion can be drawn. Okay. Solve this. Okay. I hope you have solved this. Okay. You see the relation almirah and tables, cats and chairs. Okay, cats and chairs. Okay, so first one is almirah and table. Almirah is here, table is here. So the common element is this. Okay, so start. Okay, first certainly some almirahs are tables. Some. So particular 50. A positive statement 50. Same here 50 and 50 all. So the value is 100. Since this is universal, table says 50 since this is a positive statement. Okay, now okay, so conclusion 1 is from statements 2 and 3. Can you make a common element? What is the common element? Chair. Do you see a value of 100? Yes. So okay, so a relationship can be made. So some almirahs are tables. The value of A is 50, table is 50. 50 can become 50? Yes. 50 can become 50? Yes. Okay, so conclusion 1 stands. Okay, now let's see conclusion 2. Cats may not be chairs. Okay, cats may not be chairs. Now cats and chairs. Cats and chairs. Okay, so cats are here, cats are here, chairs are here, cats are here, chairs are here. So the common element is almirahs. Okay, so some cats, so some 50 may not be, so negative statement, so the value of chair is 100. In the same way here, some 50 positive statement, so 50, some again 50 and chairs are 50. So can you make a relationship between the common element between statement 1 and statement 2? You see the common element Almirah does not achieve a value of 100 at least once, does not achieve a value of 100 at least once. So conclusion 2 does not stand. So option A. Okay. So A is the answer. Good, Ritik. Now this should be the speed. Okay. So next one. Okay. So here are statements. I think. So statement, this is statement 1 and this is statement 2. These are conclusions here. Okay. Okay. Take a minute. Okay, now let us solve. Commonly known facts. Okay, all pens are books. Okay, all. So universal value of 100, books, positive statement 50. Okay, no chair is a pen. No, negative statement. So okay, plus universal. Universal, that's why a value of 100. Negative statement, that's why object value is 100. Okay. So conclusion 1, all chairs are books. So we need to link chair and book. We need to link chair and a book. Okay. So book is here, chair is here. What is the common element? Pen. Okay. What is the common element which is pen? Okay. So can you connect a pen? Yes. Okay. Why? It has achieved a value of 100 at least once. Okay. Now statement 1 is positive. Statement 1 is positive. Statement 2 is negative. So you can only draw negative conclusions from this. You can only draw negative conclusions from this. Okay. You can only draw negative conclusions from this. Okay. So all chairs are books is what? Positive. So 1 is gone. Next, some chairs are pens. Okay. So next, okay, let us say between chair and books, all books are chairs. Again a positive conclusion which cannot be drawn. Why? You can only draw a negative conclusion. Next, no chair is a book. So the value is 100, 100. Okay. Book has a value of 50. Can this become 100? Can 50 become 100? No. So this is wrong. So next, conclusion 2 is between chair and pens. Conclusion 2 is between chair and pen. So where are chair and pen located? chair and pen are located in statement 2. And what is statement 2? Statement 2 is a negative statement. So, can you draw a positive conclusion? Conclusion 2 is some chairs are pens, which is a positive regarding chair and a pen. Chair and pen are in a relationship in statement 2. In statement, okay, in statement 2. But since this being negative and you cannot draw a positive conclusion, so the answer is no conclusion can be drawn, okay, or none of the conclusion follows. Okay, none of the conclusion follows. How in the statement? Yeah, it can be. Hey, you need not worry why it is okay. You need not worry about why it is twice 100. You just need to apply the condition, see whether it has achieved a value of 100 at least once or not. If it is achieved, you can make a connection. Okay. So simple enough, right? Next one. Sorry. I think we have already seen this. All engineers. Okay, I hope you have seen enough that all such reasoning problems, these are all low hanging fruits. If you have the right approach, okay, there are such topics in every CSAT, even when it is difficult in 21-22, where if you just solve the easy questions, you can easily clear CSAT. Okay, so I have made a course from such easy topics and you will be taught the right way, such that no matter the difficulty of the question, you will always be able to solve it with, okay, within a minute. Okay, so okay, if you are interested or you want to upgrade your knowledge, okay, I hope okay, you will refer to this. Okay, now let's go back again. Radios or watches? Yes, we have done this. Yeah, this. Some greens or blues. Okay, again take a minute. Always keep this as a target whenever you practice CSAT also. Okay, none of the reasoning questions should take more than a minute for you. If you are doing such, that means you are not approaching it the right way, and we at Vijetha can certainly help you in that direction. Okay, so take a minute. You should pick up speed now. Okay, so these are statements. Okay, conclusions are these. you need for statement 2. Okay, so no chair is a pen. Okay, so for validity condition there are only two. Okay, you need to check the type and you need to check the value. Okay, so what is statement 2? It is telling that no chair is a pen. What is this? This is a negative statement. Okay, this is a negative statement. Now you see conclusion 2, what is it telling? Some chairs are pens. So what kind of statement is this? This is a positive statement. Do you see any negative here? Some chairs are pens. Okay, so you don't see any negative. That means this is a positive statement. Can you draw a positive conclusion from a negative statement? Can you draw a positive conclusion from a negative statement? No. That is why conclusion 2 is invalid. We take one simple thing. Okay, to see the validity you will go for type. You have to check both type and value. Okay, what is statement 1 telling? All pens are, okay, all chairs are books. So this is a relation between chair and book. Okay, so this is a positive statement. Okay, you already understand. Okay, you already understand why you can make a relation, why pen has a value of 100. So a positive statement and a negative statement will combine to give you a negative statement. You see, all chairs are books. What is this statement? A positive statement. So this conclusion cannot be drawn. Why? Because you are combining a positive and negative, the inference or the conclusion always has to be negative. So this is positive, will not be done. Okay, in the same way all books are chairs. This is also will not be done. Why? It is a positive. Next, no chair is a book. You see, what is the value? All 50. This is a positive statement, right? That means books has a value of 50. Book has a value of 50. When you say no chair is a book in an option, this is 100. This is also 100. Can 50 become 100? No. Okay, so that's why this is also wrong. Next, some chairs are pens. What is this statement? This is a positive statement. First verify the type and go for verification of value. Okay, chair and pen are linked in statement 2. Chair and pen are linked in statement 2. What is statement 2? Statement 2 is a negative statement, but conclusion 2 is a positive conclusion. Can you draw a positive conclusion from a negative statement? No, you can draw only a negative conclusion from the negative statement. Okay, so none of the statements or none of the conclusions follow. Okay, after you verify type only, go for value. Okay, first verify the type and next verify the value. What kind of a statement this is? This is a negative statement. What will be the value of pen in a negative statement? What will be the value of object in a negative statement? 100. That's why it is 100. Next one, greens. Yeah, this one. Okay, there is only one rule there. First verify the type and next verify the value. Verify the type and then verify the value. take a minute. Okay, you should pick up speed. Okay, I hope you have solved this. Okay, so sum 50 positive statement, that's why 50. Sum again particular 50 positive statements 50. Okay, can you make a relationship between this? The common element, which is blue, only has a value of 50, so no conclusion can be drawn. Okay, so all greens and blacks, there can be no relationship between green and black. There can be no relationship between green and black. So wrong, 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 wrong. You see how easy the question is. Okay, there can be no relation between green and black. Okay, clear? Oh. 1 minute, solve the question.
उनसे पहले बचे थे वो 60,000 से पहले वो 1 लाख रहता है सेटल मार्क कितने के रहे एक मार्क तो लेने पड़ेगा नहीं
Okay, so let's start solving. All dogs are black. Okay, so dogs are black, so everything is a relation between dogs and black. Okay, so all is 100, positive statement 50, all 100, a positive statement, this is 50. What is the common element? Cats. Can you form a relationship between 1 and 2? Yes. Why? Because cat has at least achieved a value of 100, at least once. So, okay, dogs are black. Okay, so all dogs are black, so the value of dog is 100. Okay, in conclusion, and black is, since this is a positive statement, 50. Can 50 become 100? Can 50 become 100? No. So 1 is wrong. Next, some dogs are not black. What are these two statements? A positive statement and a positive statement. So conclusion also has to be positive. Okay, but what is this conclusion? This is a negative conclusion. Okay, this is a negative conclusion, so wrong. Okay, so neither conclusion 1 nor conclusion 2. Okay, so neither conclusion 1 nor conclusion 2. Okay, you see how easy has it become once you convert into a formula. Okay, this is the secret behind doing all the reasoning right. Okay, you solve the reasoning questions within seconds and you will see yourself that there is much time left, even if you are less or your calculated ability or aptitude is less. Okay, you can use the saved time there in quant. Okay, so let's go for the next one. So always know the right way to solve the problem. Okay, Next one, 1 minute. So if you see, the repetition has already set in. Okay, so we'll stop syllogisms with this, and you might have seen. Okay, how much time will it take you to revise the concepts that we have seen? Hardly 5 minutes. Okay, so always learn the right way to solve the problems. It will be easier for revision, it will be easier for answering too. Okay. Okay, have you solved? Now, so these are statements, these are conclusions. Cow and rat. Okay, so cow and rat. Cow is here, rat is here. Okay, so sum 50, positive statement 50, sum 50, positive statement 50. No dog, no is an universal 100. This is a negative statement, that's why 100. Okay, so in order to make a relation between cow and a rat, cow is linked to dog and rat is linked to cat, and cat and dog are linked here. So you need to make a relation between 1, 2 and then 3. You see, the common element is 50 in here. The common element is 50. So can you make a relationship here? No. Okay, so this is wrong. Now second one is dog and a rat. Okay, second one is between a dog and a rat. Dog is here, okay, a dog is here and a rat is here. You see, some of you might ask me, a dog is even there, but is there a common element here? No, cow has no common element with rat. That's why we are never going to consider this. Okay, I hope you have observed this. Okay, so dog has a common element of cat, rat has a common element of cat. Same, this is 50, this is 50, this is 50 and this is 50. Can you make a relationship here? No. Okay, so next, some cats are rats. So relation is between cat and a rat, cat and a rat. So you see, in which statement are cat and rat related? It is in statement 1. Okay, so it is 50 and 50. Some cats are rats, so it is 50. Some, okay, for some it is 50, and this is a positive statement. That's why this is, the object is 50. So 50 can become 50, and 50 for cats can become 50 for cats. So only 3. Okay, only 3. Okay, so option C is correct. Okay, so I hope none of you have now a doubt in syllogism or on your ability to solve any type of problem in syllogism. Okay, study those basic 4 rules. Okay, revision takes hardly 5 minutes. Okay, and no matter the question that UPSC throws at you, okay, every syllogism can be solved in less than a minute. Okay, so any doubts for today? Okay, okay. If you want to learn such easy concepts, I know your focus must be on GS, okay? So pick all such low hanging fruits like reasoning and all, okay? Know the better way to solve. And there are definitely, even when the question came or the question CSAT was found difficult, there are always such easy topics where you can easily cross the cutoff, okay? So once again, if you learn the right way and solve in the most efficient way possible, okay? We have a course just tailor made for you. So if you feel like this will improve to your preparation or add or give a shot to your preparation, you are welcome. Okay. So we'll stop here. Okay. And to help you further, we will come with another topic where you, okay, such that your efficiency has to be increased. It is not that you solve a problem, you also need to solve it much more efficiently. Okay, we'll come back with another topic, okay, which will help you so like it has done today. Okay, so any doubts today? There seems to be no. Okay, so we'll end here. Thank you.